so happy to be honoring Linda Padilla today with the Green Apple Award for Environmental Education. Thank you, Linda, for being an advocate for environmental education and bringing so many kids to Dunes Learning Center.
Hello, my name is Linda Padilla. I am the current principal at Harrison Elementary School in East Chicago, and I have been actively participating in Dunes Learning Center programming since 2004. The students from East Chicago come from a very urban environment where green space is slim to none. So taking them outdoors really affords them the opportunity to get into nature at the Dunes Learning Center. Their engagement level increases through the roof. They're constantly dwelling on every word that the naturalists say. They're touching things, feeling things, really engaged with the environment. Also, I've seen the kids become such stewards after they leave the program. They're trying to start recycling programs when we come back to school, looking at food waste and how much they're throwing away in the cafeteria. Really paying attention to the different species and even the squirrels and different critters that they see at home that they wouldn't have noticed prior to going to the dunes. My favorite parts about the night hike is the solo hike, and that is the opportunity that kids have to walk a portion of the trail by themselves. And for students, that's such an amazing time to be able to interact with nature at night, but it's also a time when they get to be courageous and to step outside of the norm and put on some brave shoes and walk down the trail. And it's crazy how at the beginning they're so scared and they want to cling to me and they all want to go in one big group. But by the time their turn comes, they have courage enough to walk down by themselves. One of the outreach programs that I truly enjoyed was citizen science. Being able to have the naturalists come to the school to reach the kids in their own four walls was really amazing. Over the years, the Dunes Learning Center has been such a support for East Chicago schools. The staff and the naturalists at the Dunes have come out to participate in many of our STEM family nights and other STEM family engagements that we've had. Before becoming a principal at Harrison, I had the amazing opportunity of being a STEM teacher. And throughout that year, many students came into my classroom. So many of them, when they grew up, wanted to be a basketball player or maybe in the NFL. And as the year went on, their attitudes drastically changed. So by the end of the year, they were saying things like, I want to be an engineer. I want to be a scientist. I want to go out into the environment and make a difference. And that impact alone, with the help of the Dunes, is huge. It's such a fulfilling moment in my career as an educator, and none of that would be possible without the help of the Dunes. Through the years, East Chicago has been so fortunate to have the sponsorship and support of BP and the foundations of East Chicago. Without them, our student programming, both on campus at the Dunes and in our schools, would not be possible. Okay, so one of my favorite stories from my camping trips at Dunes Learning Center was the time that we took a third grade class with us out to the dunes, and we had been studying all about the constellations and the stars. And for the first time, one of my students had been in a place where there was no light pollution and it was the perfect starry night. He was able to go outside and identify some of the stars in the night sky. It was the first time he had seen the Big Dipper with his own eyes, and he got emotional. And it was so heartwarming for me to be able to give him that opportunity, not only him, but all of the students that were there that evening. Okay, and cut. I need one of those cool boards. Is there going to be a blooper reel?